welcome to QHS History News. In today's episode, we're going to take a look at what history is like here at QHS and why students love it so much. But first, we are going live to an interesting crime scene where our correspondent is going to find out more.
Thanks, news team. I am reporting live from 7A's classroom, aka Canterbury Cathedral, where a mysterious crime is being committed. I'm here with one of our crime scene investigators who's going to talk you through what's happening. I hear you are the best detective in town.
Yes, that's right. The best in the town because I take my career seriously.
So what's happening this tragic morning?
The poor person who has been murdered is Thomas Beckett. His body has been found at Canterbury Cathedral and the date is the 29th of December 1170. This has been quite a gruesome murder. The knights have viciously attacked him and his body lays near the altar. We think the prime suspects are the other bishops, someone that wanted his position, or the knights.
Wow, that's really interesting. Back to the studio.
Wow, I hope they solved that devastating crime. Now we're going to talk a bit about all the topics that the Year 7s learn in history. So far this year, the Year 7s have learnt about history of England, Romans, Crusaders, the Taliban, and lots of mysteries. Now, just before we take a look at what some Year 7s think of history, let's go over to our correspondents as they interview some of the students.
One thing we do in history is find out evidence about the past.
The sewers. The Roman sewers were impressive structures. Some are still in use today, 2,000 years later.
The modern law. This is where the saying innocent until proven guilty came from.
Spectacles. The first spectacles were pins on the nose.
Horseshoes were crucial to the building of cities. Printing press. These could produce 250 papers per hour.
Socks, originally called succus and invented by the Romans.
History at QHS is fun and varied with a range of activities used to develop historical skills.
Most of the things in history we do is ordering time.
Another thing we do in history is ask key questions.
How did King John defeat the rebels that captured Rochester Castle?
Was the collapse of the mighty Roman Empire inevitable?
Why did the tall man die?
Was there any such thing as split spirit in Britain during World War II?
Could you get justice in the Middle Ages?
Was shooter entertainment more violent and dangerous than entertainment today?
Who was responsible for Julius Caesar's death?
Why were Victorian towns gateways to death?
Dunkirk, triumph and disaster.
Thanks guys. Now, finally before we go, let's look at some reviews of QHS history.
I like history because I like learning about all the interesting things that happened in the past, so it helps us in life now.
I like learning about history because you get to learn about things that happen locally and also things that happened overseas. And also you get to ask a lot of questions and apply critical thinking.
I like history because it's really interesting to learn about what happened in local areas across Europe, and I really like to learn about William the Conqueror in the Domesday Book.
Thanks for watching, but before we go, take a bit of time to think about this question. Is your town or village in the Domesday Book? Now, bye, see you soon.